Turbulent Timeways coming back bigger than ever. Also, Blizzard reacts in full force to some negative feedback. You guys are about to get exactly what you wanted, and I told you they're listening. So let's just get into this first off. Turbulent Timeways returns on December 2nd. We already knew that. We got the Bronze Covenant mounts, a bunch of other things to talk about here, but this is a longer one than usual. So here we go. Time Walking is back and bigger than ever. 10 consecutive weeks of Time Walking. Beginning on, what is it, December 2nd, ending on February 3rd, and the ending, the grand finale with Blizzard's
thing, you know,
it is a thing.
All these things are
Look,
things,
Turbulent Timeways,
and things will think themselves.
it's a fun thing in that, you know, it offers a kind of outlet from the game a little bit. You get to go back and nostalgically tour through old dungeons, get some good transmog, spend some, what's that called, time walking currency, and get a few mounts in the process. So we're going to talk a little bit about what you can get exactly. But as I was saying, 10 consecutive weeks, ending with Shadowlands. A ton of stuff to get out of this. If you do this stuff, what is it, for 7 or 6 of the weeks, you'll be able to get some really cool stuff here. We'll talk about it in a second. Also, for a limited time, the Time Walking quest available from the weekly quest giver will offer increased rewards, including heroic level gear awarded to players at item level 694. These upgraded rewards are only available during this special event. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about the buffs and everything else here. Master of the Timeways, the new mount as well. This is what people are going to want to get. So this season, you'll be granted the Tyrandius Mount Voucher for completing the Masters of the Timeways achievement, awarded to those distinguished champions who maintain the Mastery of the Timeways for 5 weeks during the event. So this is a stacking buff that you're just going to have to keep up for 5 weeks. So 5 weeks going out of the event. The event is 10 weeks long, so keeping this thing up, you're going to want to, run your Timeways. That's the way you keep this thing up. I think you got to run 4 dungeons, if I remember right, to keep it up. Correct me if I'm wrong. The last time I did this, I went on vacation and totally dropped off the buff and didn't get the Corsair mount. So, but I'll be able to buy it this time around. We'll talk about all the stuff you'll be able to buy. But what you're going to do with this voucher is essentially turn it in for what those Covenant mounts were. Now, these are bronzified versions of those Covenant mounts. Each Covenant had a mount, if you guys remember what they looked like. I have the one from Maldraxxus, the little beetle boy. There's a few others, 3 others out there. All of them have been turned bronze. So the one you see right here, we got the bronze Wilderling, the bronze Corsefly, the bronze Gravewing, which is the one in this picture here, and then the bronze Aqualion. But I have to guess, for all those who didn't play Shadowlands due to various reasons, can get them this way. So yeah, this is a good way to get them. Now, how are you going to get them, and which ones are you going to be able to pick? Are you going to only be able to pick one? So choose one of 4 mounts, guys, for this time at least, for free. The ability to purchase the other 3 mounts from the Time Walking vendor with Time Warp badges. So you will be able to get all 4 if you decide to. The Covenant restrictions for the Shadowlands mounts have been lifted. For example, if you choose the Venthyr mount, the bronze Gravewing in this picture, but are not a Venthyr Covenant faction, you will still be able to ride this mount. So there you go. No more Covenant lockups. You'll be able to get all the mounts from this event. Now, don't let this time pass you by. First off, we're starting off on December 2nd with Shadowlands. That's right. So you can go through these 6 Shadowlands dungeons in the Time Walking format. And then on December 9th, it goes to Mists of Pandaria. December 16th, we'll get classic runs. Then we'll get December 23rd, the week of Christmas, going back to Legion, so that'll be cool. And then December 30th, Cataclysm. And then finally, January 6th, Burning Crusade. January 13th, Warlords of Draenor. And then January 20th, Battle for Azeroth. Wrapping it all up with January 27th, Wrath of the Lich King, and Shadowlands on February 3rd. So, it's a long one. 10 weeks is probably the longest version of this we've seen yet. Also, if you missed out on any of the mounts like I did, the Corsair mount, I really wanted this one. The Chrono Corsair is freaking gorgeous. Who doesn't want a Pirate Dragon? You'll be able to buy them with Time Warp badges. So any of the ones that you previously missed by stacking up this Timeways buff, you'll be able to purchase with your Time Warp badges, including the Corsair mount and a bunch of other gear. Really cool stuff to be had from this. Really cool pets. The Post Assist, a nice little mailbox pet as well. So, cool things to be had. The Timeways event is fun. By the way, the fact that it ends on February 2nd, maybe a little bit of a hint, or the week of February 3rd, as to when we're going to get the expansion. right? Because I'm assuming that pre-patch is going to hit at some point, maybe right when this ends, we'll get pre-patch 4 weeks later. That puts you at an early March release date. Now, I've been saying late February. I guess the next best thing would be an early March release date for Midnight. Interestingly enough, we'll see how all of this goes and how everything plays out. But the Turbulent Timeways event, biggest and best ever. Now, also, we got the buffs going on for your reputation. So don't forget, guys, right now we got the 21st anniversary going down, which means you can stack up to a 20% buff on your reputations. That means right now might be a good time to go back and get your goblin reps up. Yeah, so going to the WoW, you got the WoW anniversary automatically giving you a 10% buff to reputations. If you also go there out in Tanaris and do the Celebrating Good Fun quest, you'll also get another 10% on there for 12 hours. So that's a 20% buff to your reputation. You can go get a bunch of these things. The Dark Fuse rep, don't forget, it gives you the fucking badass Matrix looking coat, a really cool looking Transmog, as well as the Bronze Goblin Wave Shredder. So running around, getting your reps in, doing all that stuff might be a good time to get these things done. Also, completing Legion meta achievements, guys. Don't forget, there are these Legion meta achievements out that you can do in Remix right now much more easily than you ever had to do in Remix. So this is really cool. Can you believe that it has been a year since that giant 20th anniversary party started? Where did the year go? I honestly can't. I feel like we're in some kind of weird time warp. But the time is going so fast now. Ever since COVID, it feels like time's just moving quicker than ever. I don't know what's going on, but I do know, hey, means maybe we're getting patches and stuff quicker. So there you go. By the way, these achievements do reward mounts. So for this one, we got the meta achievement here, Glory of the Legion Hero. These achievements are done through these dungeons. So a bunch of achievements, but a lot of them are very, very easy in Remix because you can solo this shit. So going through, you will get the Reigns of the Lay Feather Hippogriff, a really cool looking hippogriff. Yeah, I mean, we got the Night Elf music in the background right now. This is definitely a Night Elf mount that you have to have, especially if you're a Night Elf main. Also, another one, the Raid achievement, right? So Glory of the Legion Raider, really easy one to get right now. You can go through, get all these achievements done, and get yourself one of the coolest mooses they ever put in the game, the Defiled Reigns moose. Yeah, look at this thing. Xavius, basically in moose form. A nice looking moose mount. Again, these two are really easy to do right now, and you can do them in Legion Remix. Getting the achievement will still reward you with the mounts, so maybe something you want to do before Legion Remix closes up. Now, Blizzard, listen, guys. Blizzard, listen, and I told you, Blizzard is listening. And every time I say this, people laugh in my YouTube comments. They're like, this guy's a Blizzard shill. He's saying Blizzard's listening. Well, shut the fuck up. Here's your proof right here. Look at this stuff. People were bitching about the new costs of the new Transmog system, and Blizzard heard them, and they're going to change it. So here we go. From now on, all of this stuff is warband bound, where before it was locked up to certain characters. Now it's going to be warband bound, and the escalating cost of opening up more outfits, basically, for the Transmog system is now gone. So this will be the case in Midnight. It's going to take a few more weeks to implement that function in beta. In the future builds, Midnight beta, the outfit slot unlocks will become warband. So there you go, warband wide, and the costs of unlocking these spots will not go up. As always, we continue to pay very close attention to feedback and tune costs throughout the beta. So there you go, guys. Blizzard listening. If you were wondering what I'm talking about here, this was originally, people got up in arms about the new costs of the Transmog system. So first of all, to basically set a Transmog was going to cost you over 6,000 gold, and you were going to get 2 slots for free, 2 outfits for free, basically. Beyond that, it was going to ramp up, and the last 3 slots, 18, 19, and 20, were going to cost you 100k gold each. And this was locked up to every single tune you had, so this was not warband bound. So, rightfully so, people were angry. 5,700 gold to be exact for a full slot. So, you can imagine what a gold sink this was going to be. Blizzard went back, changed it, they heard the feedback, and they said, you know what, this is kind of crummy on our part, so we're going to go ahead and change that. Now watch Blizzard ask us to pay 1 million gold to unlock functional nameplates and damage meters. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, insert WoW token here to see your damage, right? No, this is good. Blizzard's been reacting to feedback. I've been saying this all along. I feel like Shadowlands was such a slap in the face to Blizzard that they learned we got to listen to the player base or we might lose these guys. And this is just another example of how Blizzard is listening to feedback, which is a great thing. Guys, Midnight might be the best PvP expansion in a long time. people herald, you know, Mists of Pandaria for being great for PvP. Burning Crusade, even some people miss it, even though it's kind of broken. But in terms of PvP, it's been quite a while since we've had a good PvP expansion, and Midnight is shaping up to be one of the best ones. So Midnight is set to be a great expansion for PvP enjoyers. Blizzard are doubling down on that right out of the gate. We are getting new PvP sets, guys. That's right, PvP tier sets. I'm talking about specific bonuses for your PvP sets. So here we go. We got to get PvP sets from a PvP vendor. A lot of PP I'm saying right now. These 2-set bonuses increase the 2-set bonus increases versatility by 6% while in war mode, and the 4-set bonus increases your primary stats, in this case agility, by 7% and stamina by 10% in war mode. So there you go. Finally, PvP sets that actually help you in PvP. This is going to be great, even out in the open world. Midnight's bringing a ton of new PvP features. They're bringing Slayer's Rise, a PvP battleground set in the new Voidstorm. This area will feature a new PvP world quest, weeklies, and special events. It also is the stage for the new epic battleground inspired by Alturic Valley, a 40v40. I believe this thing is going to be. So this is, yeah, a 40v40 epic battleground, which is my kind of battleground. I've always said I've been a big Winter Grasp enjoyer. I've always enjoyed kind of open world PvP for one, and if I'm gonna go and queue up for something, like I love it to be a big PvP. I like the big armies. I don't like to 1v1 people and show off my skills. I just enjoy the clashes of armies, and this is what this sounds like it's going to be, which looks like a really cool thing. Rip Sam's PC, I don't know what you're talking about. But the big thing here is Slayer's Rise, Midnight's new PvP feature. Midnight will introduce all of these things and the promise of the future of PvP. After years of feeling like it's been overlooked, Midnight is poised to deliver the most substantial improvements to PvP in a long time. From war mode set bonuses to full PvP zones, PvPers may be entering their most exciting expansion in years. I'm not a PvP Andy. I enjoy it from time to time, but I am happy to see that they're getting some attention. Probably the most fun I've had in PvP recently is, what's it called? The Pirates event. Oh, I can't even remember right now. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. But hey, a 40v40 epic battleground, I'm going to give it a try. Why not? Should be fun. And of course, open world PvP coming back. My favorite version of PvP, no doubt. And for today, that is all in terms of news.